speak about the university and the teachers. I have to say that I was really surprised when they told us that you can call the teachers by their first name, because in Austria you usually call the teachers by their second name and you have to use the polite form. I really like the Norwegian university system because you feel equal with all the teachers. Most of them are wearing casual clothes, but in Austria you can see more teachers wearing business clothing. Sometimes you even can't recognize differences between teachers and students in Norway. For me, the university in Norway feels a bit like a family, because everybody is really helpful and you can talk to everybody if you have a problem. What I have to mention is that I recognize that Norway spends a lot of money on education. All the school buildings, universities, and also libraries I have seen are really high standard and modern.
The next topic I'm going to talk about is the high standard of living and prisons. When I first learned about the Norwegian prison on the island, near Vestfold, I thought it was crazy that the prisoners there got to leave on a ferry to go to work and then come back. Some American prisoners are only allowed out of their cell for 1 hour a day, so it seems a lot less cruel in Norway. Also, the places that the prisoners lived in were like houses, and they looked comfortable, unlike a 10 by 10 prison cell that holds 4 people like they have in America. The standard of living is also much higher in Norway than most places. People here seem to be pretty well off, and usually a lot more well off than they show. Norwegians are pretty humble about the money they make. I do see some fancy and expensive cars here and there, but not too much. But for the most part, the people here remind me a lot of the people back home.
I'm going to talk about expensive money. As we know, Norway is a very expensive country in comparison to other countries such as Spain, Germany, Austria, or USA. But if we consider the way of life here, the income that people have and the help that people receive from the government, the way of life is not that expensive. Nevertheless, it keeps being costly. It can seem a joke if we compare the prices between our countries. In fact, when we want to buy some alcohol or tobacco, we prefer to go to Sweden to buy them instead of Norway. The trip is cheap, sometimes free, and the prices of the things are also cheaper. So that's a good way if we want to save some money.
Now I'll tell you something about the people in Norway. If I think about the people in Norway, I always have to think about my first day and arriving to Norway. My journey started at the airport, and there I recognized the first time that Norwegian people are really helpful. I had to ask for the way, and they explained everything in detail, even if they have been in a hurry. Norwegian people are really helpful if you ask them any question. They even use their mobile phone if they are not sure about the way or anything. I think that's really nice, and you feel welcome in their country, even if you don't speak their language. Because everybody in Norway can speak perfectly English, and I think in Austria are a lot of people who can't speak English at all, almost the older generation. Another thing I recognized is that you just have to start talking to Norwegian people, and after a while, if you get to know them, I think you can get friends for a lifetime.
The next topic I'm going to talk about is matpakke. Matpakke is the name of, as we could say, a very common way of life in Norway. It consists of 2 slices of brown bread, full with the well-known brown or white Norwegian cheese and some vegetables. People usually combine it with some piece of fruit and sometimes something to drink that can be milk or apple or juice. The matpakke is considered a healthy way to eat, and that is the reason why it's famous in the whole country. The matpakke is really common between a wide range of people, children, young people, adults, and so on. Normally, they make their matpakke when they have to eat out. For example, when they are at work, at school, or wherever.
Long distances and landscape is the next topic I will tell you about. Norway is a land of intense beauty. The combination of sea, mountain massives, and rocks is really amazing. When we were traveling through the country, we often were puzzled and couldn't believe that the colors are real, because everything shines really bright. We were totally beside ourselves with joy. We also experienced that Norway has one of the longest coastlines in the world, and the distance between the south and the northernmost point isn't that easy to reach. To be precise, it would be impossible by car if you want to visit some more spots.
The topic that we are going to speak now is about the weather. I thought it was a problem, but we have discovered that here in Norway there is not bad weather, only bad clothes. If you want to go outside in winter, you have to go like this. And then you are ready for enjoying your day. Norwegian people is doing outdoor sports even if it's hardly raining, because the worst problem for them is the darkness. I thought the bad weather could change their mood. But now, after studying about this topic, I have realized the darkness is what makes people sad. Our summer in Norway was amazing, with really sunny days and warm days too. But now we are trying to learn how to survive in short cloudy days. We will manage to live with this darkness, but if not, we can take benefits of this and go partying.
Clap along if you feel like that.